Hey, what's going on out there? I would like to welcome every single one of you to Water Your Soil. So if you're new here, I have two rules over at this channel. The first rule is for you to always use your own discretion when it comes to credit cards and your credit score. The second rule is for you to always verify whatever it is you learn, whether it's on this channel, another channel, or anywhere. That should be a rule to life. So in this video, I'm going to get to the bottom of something, and I've been wanting to do a video like this for a minute. If you're new to this channel, you may not be aware, but I don't just talk about credit cards and how to take advantage of credit cards and reap the rewards and benefits from credit cards. I also talk about the road to credit cards, the road meaning FICO credit scores, making sure you understand how FICO credit scoring works and things like that. So I oftentimes talk about FICO credit scoring on this channel, and that's what I'm going to do in this video. Since I've been helping people understand FICO credit scoring and how FICO credit scores come about, I always get questions, and ironically, a lot of times the questions I get are from people who previously had credit repair. You know, maybe they had someone delete items off of their credit report or collections, whatever it may be. Usually they had some form of credit repair prior, and they're looking for more help now. And that's one of the issues that I have with credit repair. Like I stated previously on this channel, I don't knock what anyone does for their hustle. If you do credit repairing, salute to you. But one problem that I do have with it is oftentimes when people do go through that credit repair process, they're still left with not knowing how credit scoring works. If I was to walk up to the average person out in society, on the streets, where they can't just pick up their phone and search what I'm about to ask, and ask them, do they know how credit scoring come about? Majority of people will give me an answer that's not the correct answer. They probably will say something like, hey, it means when you pay off all of your bills or something like that. But there are a lot of people who really don't understand how credit scoring works. What I always like to share with my subscribers on this channel is credit scoring basically comes down to how well you manage your debt. What's your debt? Your debt is your accounts that you have. So whether that's your student loan, your mortgage, your auto loan, it could be rent, it could be credit cards. It could be any account that reports to the three major credit bureaus on your credit report. Now, one thing that I like to remind people, because I'm sure there are some people who will remind me in the comments, there are more than the three major credit bureaus. So there are other credit bureaus included. But the three major credit bureaus are the ones that majority of the lenders use. So this is why I like to talk about them, and this is why I like to talk about FICO credit scoring, because the FICO credit scoring model is the one that's used by most lenders right now currently. Can that change in the future? Of course it could change in the future, but for right now, we have to go on what's right now. So I often hear people, you know, they'll be like, oh, I paid off my car note and my credit score dropped. Or I paid off this account and then my credit score dropped. Well, it goes back to what I stated credit scoring is based on. It's based on how well you manage your debt. So we made it clear that your debt is your accounts, right? So let's say you have credit cards, because one thing that people like to do often, now oftentimes here it is, people like to close out credit card accounts. Now, me personally, I'm not a fan of closing out credit card accounts. This is all subjective, so you can do what you want because you are responsible for your own credit report. But I don't suggest that people do close out accounts, because I like to be under the theory that as long as you keep your accounts open and in good standing, they will help you out, not only in the present, but also in the long run, because you get something that's called credit age. And the longer your credit age, the better it is for your FICO credit score. So I like to tell people to keep their accounts open. You don't necessarily have to spend a lot of money on them. However, you want to keep them open and active, and you also want to make sure that you are paying on them whenever you do decide to spend on them. And the longer you have those accounts open, the better for you. This is proven. This goes into your FICO credit score. So I like to tell people to keep their accounts open, especially when it comes to a credit card account. Now, there are some accounts that you can't keep open. I think all of us, we understand that. Like, you'll pay off a mortgage one day. You'll pay off an auto loan. You'll pay off a personal loan. There are certain type of loans that you will pay off, and when you pay them off, you probably will receive a temporary decrease in your credit score. But This is where credit cards come into play, because with credit cards, you can have a credit card open as long as you keep it active. It's not something that you just pay off and it falls off of your credit report. As long as you're keeping that credit card active and it's in good standing with the bank that you have it with, that credit card will stay open and active unless one day the bank decides to close it. But if you're using the card and you're paying back whatever you spend and you're managing the rest of your credit report correctly, usually that bank is going to leave that credit card account open unless the bank goes out of business. That has happened, and it does happen sometimes, but for the most part, as long as you keep that credit card account open and active and in good standing, it will stay open. And that's why I like to consider credit cards as the #1 way to build your credit score, and not only build your credit score, but also maintain it. Because like I stated earlier, those other accounts, they will fall off once you pay them off, whether it's your auto loan, your personal loan. Mortgages, they usually take a little bit more time to pay off, so they usually are still active on your credit report. Now, these accounts do stay on your credit report for a while. However, they also show that they've been closed and paid off. So that does decrease your credit score sometimes. So you have to be conscious of that. But with credit cards, if you're making sure that your utilization is reasonable and you're also doing what I stated previously, you pretty much can keep them open. And the longer they stay open, the better it is for your credit score. When it comes to understanding FICO credit scores, a lot of people just have this ideology like, hey, as long as I get items removed from my credit report and close out these accounts, I'll be good. There's a reason why you keep coming back and not understanding why your score is decreasing and why you're not hitting those mid to upper 700s or the 800 credit score. There's a reason. A lot of you are so bent on closing out accounts that you mismanage. Let's be honest, that you mismanage to the point where you just like, hey, I just want to wipe out all of my accounts and don't have any. And if you want to go that route, that's cool, but you can't complain about credit scores if you do go that route. With credit scores, it's all about playing their game. Am I a fan of their game? No, I'm not a fan of their game. I don't think anyone is a fan of how credit scoring works. But instead of sitting around and just complaining about it, I'd rather do something about it. So I follow their rules and I try to get the most out of their rules. And so far, it's been working. But I want the same for you all. So you can either make two decisions. Either you could sit around and complain about how bad credit scoring is and how it's unfair, or you could come around and you could be like, hey, I see what they're doing. I see what their rules are. So I'm going to adapt to their rules and I'm going to get the most out of it, get this upper 700 or 800 credit score and use it to my advantage and get the most out of it. You got two choices. There's no in the middle, really. It's usually either of those two options. So I like people to join the side of, understanding that credit scoring is not fair, but still playing their game so you could benefit not only yourself, but your loved ones and possibly for generations to come as well. So this credit scoring thing, it all comes down to how well you manage your debt, which is your accounts that you have. It's basically the report card of all of the accounts that you have, your financial accounts, whichever accounts report to the three major credit bureaus, and that's Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. I just wanted to share this video with you all because some people get it twisted. They like, hey, I don't like credit scores and how it works, so I'm going to try to cheat the system, or I don't like how it works, so I'm not going to play the game. But honestly, you'll have better results playing the game than not playing it and complaining about it and trying to cheat the system, because you're going to have to circle back around into eventually learning how credit scoring works so it can help you and your loved ones. So learn how credit scoring works. I have a book on how credit scoring works. I have tons of videos on this channel. I have a credit card for beginners playlist on this channel on the homepage of this Water Your Soil channel to help you out. You could check that out. You could check out the book, whatever way you want to go about doing it. You don't even have to just watch my videos or gain knowledge from me. There's knowledge everywhere, but the best option, in my opinion, is to learn how FICO credit scoring works. But anyways, if you're new here and you're feeling the vibe, this is Water Your Soil. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on all notifications. That way you don't miss a future video. And also, this goes to every single one of you watching, my subscribers included. Be sure to hit the like button. That's your way of supporting this channel. It lets the algorithm know that you support this video as well. I appreciate every single one of you for watching this video. I also appreciate every single one of you that came out to my live stream. More of you are invited out to my live streams. Come out to my live streams. I'll let you all know ahead of time. But I really appreciate you all for watching. This is Water Your Soil, and I'm out. Wait. Before you leave, be sure to check out the description box below. That way you can have all the credit resources from Water Your Soil. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button as well, all right? In the description box below, I always tell people, check out the description box below for extra resources from Water Your Soil. Part of the description box also showcases my book that I have. I have a book. It's been out for a while now. It's been out for years. It's titled Strategies to Master Credit. The book is available. It's on Amazon. It's on Barnes & Noble. Most online bookstores have the book. And the book is basically about how FICO credit scoring works. Once you understand how FICO credit scoring works, you're pretty much on your way to helping yourself build, develop, and maintain a good credit score. So check the book out whenever you get a chance.